provide basic tourist services, amenities such as an information center to help our tourists navigate the beautiful sites that we offer in Ilocos Norte. We provide clean restrooms, charging stations, a lounge for our travelers to rest and recharge while they are going around the province and going to the other destinations that they will go to.
Dagdag ng Pangulo, tuloy-tuloy ang mga proyektong pang-infrastruktura sa rehiyon para matiyak ang pagdagsa ng mas marami pang turista doon.
We are now pursuing the development of the Luwag International Airport. The expansion of its runway and rehabilitation of the passenger terminal building will allow the airport to accommodate bigger aircraft and bring in more tourists to this region. We have released funds for the construction of new bridges in the Pansian Viaduct along Manila North Road. We expect that this project will provide protection to our people traversing that road. All these projects are geared to expand not only tourism, but the broader development of the countryside that follows a strong tourism industry.
Para sa iba pang mga balita at impormasyon, manatiling nakatutok. Tapat sa pag-uulat, Radyo Pilipinas.
Sa ginanap na 6th Indo-Pacific Business Forum, ipinagmalaki ni Pangulong Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. ang magandang economic record ng Pilipinas at ang patuloy na paglago nito.
As the Philippines occupies a strategic position in the Indo-Pacific, we are leveraging our strategic geopolitical location, economic engagements, and participation in regional agreements. With this region accounting for over 1/3 of global economic activity, this presents immense opportunities for our nation.
Sinabi ng Pangulo na ang nasabing forum ay isang oportunidad para maipakita ang investment opportunities, economic potential, and ongoing development projects ng bansa.
I am proud to share that our economic achievements have been outstanding in 2023. The Philippines' 5.5 GDP growth surpassed major economies in Asia based on the latest available data. Foreign direct investment continues to flow in with 4 consecutive months of expansion. Our investment pledges have also soared, reflecting a healthy pipeline of inward FDI.
Para sa iba pang mga balita at impormasyon, manatiling nakatutok. Tapat sa pag-uulat, Radyo Pilipinas.
Time to celebrate kulturang Pinoy. Tradisyon, musika, sining, literatura at iba pa. Anything and everything fun and Filipino. Ito ang Pinoy Kultura.
Ang kwento ng adobo. From its humble beginnings sa hapagkainan ng mga Pilipino noong ika-16 na siglo to 21st century international tables, adobo, the most famous and the country's national dish, speaks of our culture, the sour and the salty, the sweetness and spice, mixed with the richness of tender chunks of pork or chicken, sometimes both together. It has traveled provinces, crossed continents to inspire chefs and delight peoples across the seas. Traditionally cooked in clay pots, the Spanish gave the name adobo to the dish, from adobar, which means marinade. It is an indigenous cooking method that uses vinegar and salt to preserve food in the tropical climate. It's been cooked a multitude of ways. Simple, may maanghang, merong may coconut milk, depende sa rehiyon na siyang pinanggalingan. It's so flexible, it can create various and sometimes new tastes. Panlasang Pinoy has listed 31 of what they call insanely delicious adobo recipes. There's the traditional chicken adobo, simple, made with chicken, soy sauce, vinegar, garlic, peppercorns, and bay leaves. There's adobo that varies in color and taste. Adobong dilaw, adobong pula, at adobong puti. At hindi lang lutong chicken or pork. May adobong tahong, adobong kangkong, and chicken feet adobo. The New York Times once shared on Twitter a simple chicken adobo recipe as comfort food to cook in the middle of winter. The Food Network had its own adobo recipe, and there is apparently a Spanish chicken adobo with chocolate. This humble but iconic adobo is not without controversy. Wikipedia says a Trade Department once announced plans to standardize the most popular Filipino dishes to make them easier to promote.
Serving the Republic of the Philippines for more than 75 years. Ito po ang Presidential Broadcast Service. Pakinggan, panoorin, agaran in real time, o balikan sa pag-scroll up and down. Mga balitang dapat malaman, impormasyong tunay at napakikinabangan. Saan ka man, sa buong kapuluan. Bangon sa bagong sigla. Kababayan. Kasama ang social media. Powered broadcaster ng bagong mamamayan. Tapat sa pag-uulat. Ito po ang Presidential Broadcast Service sa Metro Cebu. Radyo Pilipinas, 576 AM.
Oras mahigala diri sa DYMR Radyo Pilipinas Cebu, alas 9:05 na sa kabuntagon. Maayong buntag ka natong tanan. Welcome diri sa itong tulumanon ang programang Government Online Saturday Edition. Mahigala, adlaw kita nga Sabado, pizza uno na sa buwan sa Hunyo, tuig 2024. Bani ko kanyo sa itong pagpanag-uban ning ato ang Sabado nga tulumanon mga higala. Diin atong gisabak ang kuan mahigala no kining programa usab gikan sa kapihan sa PIA sa atong igsuon nga ahensya nga Philippine Information Agency Region 7 mahigala. Atong pagtimbaya sa tanan nga maabot natong Sibya sa Kabisayan ug Mindanao, lakip na ang mga naka-tune in karon pinagiusab sa atong Facebook page ang Radyo Pilipinas Cebu. Kamusta man ninyo ang pagmata among panghinaot nga namo kanunay sa kapiskay sa panglawas sa ganapon mas mayong kahimtang ning adlaw usab nga Sabado. And speaking of Sabado mahigala, since kapihan man sa PIA ato lang i-replay mahigala no kay wa man na dayon ang guest gikan sa Department of Health sa Region 7 gikan sa natong gischedule nila pag Wednesday, so atong i-replay alang sa katong naka-miss out sa katong launching sa kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas natong adlawng Martes. So kini mga higala ang kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas adlawng Martes, kada Martes na siya naga-air live. Then kanang Wednesday nga kapihan sa PIA mahigala mao na atong i-replay matag adlaw usab nga Sabado. But this time ato sa nga paminawon ang pag-launch mahigala no sa kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas, diin ang ilahang guest mahigala ang atuang Regional Director gikan sa Department of Public Works and Highways Region 7 aron sa paghatod sa ilahang mga programa ug ingon man sa update sa ilang mga proyekto. Ani ang maong kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas.
Maayong buntag Cebu, maayong buntag Pilipinas. Welcome to the launching of the first ever synchronized forum nationwide, Kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas. This weekly forum is initiated by the Presidential Communications Office and implemented by the Philippine Information Agency. I am Fayette Rinian of the Philippine Information Agency, Central Visayas. This weekly forum nga pahigayon taga Tuesday at 9 o'clock in the morning, magsilbi kani nga plataporma para ipahibalo sa katawhan ang mga programa, serbisyo, proyekto, priority trust o polisiya sa giimbitar nga ahensya. For our maiden episode today, the featured agency is the Department of Public Works and Highways or DPWH Region 7. And all 16 regional offices of the Philippine Information Agency throughout the country are holding this kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas at the same time. We are doing this in order to highlight the gains and milestones of DPWH ug para sa ipahibalo sa katawhan nga ang atong gobyerno naglihok alang kanato. Definitely a government in action. And joining us here at the DPWH 7 conference room are some officials of the agency, of course led by our resource panelists who I will introduce later on. Ug nag-uban sab kanato ang ubang miyembro sa media as well as some colleagues from the Association of Government Information Officers ug mga kawani sa DPWH. We are streamed live on the Philippine Information Agency Region 7 Facebook page, and we are also on live broadcast over Radyo Pilipinas Cebu. Without further ado, I'd like to present to you our resource panelists. It's a pleasure, none other than the Regional Director of DPWH Region 7, Director Ernesto Gregorio Jr. Director Gregorio has been with the agency for almost 40 years and assigned in Central Visayas for almost 2 years also. So we are now very excited to hear what's the latest news, the good news coming from DPWH. So take it away, Director Gregorio.
Yeah, may buntag po sa inyo lahat, our media friends, Ma'am Ranin, good morning. We are really glad and very privileged to host this very first kapihan outside the regular kapihan Kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas. Yes, ma'am. So we have with us our technical staff, our division chiefs, who are ready to answer all our questions from the media. And we have prepared also a brief presentation, ma'am, to more or less see the projects and the development we are doing here in Cebu. For basically for the whole province of Cebu, Bohol,
Also the whole region as well.
Bohol, province of Bohol,
Siquijor
Negros
and
Oriental,
Negros
and
Oriental.
Siquijor. Yes, ma'am.
So,
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Yes,
for
of course.
presence here.
We're very excited to hear, no? Unsay latest ng accomplishments ang nabuhat sa DPWH so that ang atong mga tao, no, kaubanan din sa Central Visayas, mahibalo.
Yes,
Yang
ma'am.
itong inyong DPWH
Yes.
naglihok alang kanatong tanan. Go ahead, Director.
Yes, ma'am. We are very glad to present our projects and development projects here in the Cebu province and the rest of the provinces under the Regional Office 7.
The Department of Public Works and Highways is the primary engineering and construction arm of the government that is responsible for the planning, design, construction, and maintenance of infrastructure facilities, especially the national highways, flood control, and national building program. In accordance with national development objectives, DPWH upholds the core values of quality public service, integrity, professionalism, excellence, and teamwork. Guided by its mission to provide and manage quality infrastructure facilities and services responsive to the needs of the Filipino people in the pursuit of national development objectives. DPWH envisions becoming a top-tier government agency by 2040 in enabling a comfortable life for Filipinos through safe, reliable, and resilient infrastructure. DPWH Region 7 has effectively carried out high-quality public infrastructure projects across Central Visayas, particularly in Cebu, Bohol, Negros Oriental, and Siquijor. The region has a total land area of 15,872.58 square kilometers, which includes 116 municipalities, 16 cities, and 3,003 barangays, with a 2,376.299 kilometer road network and 583 bridges, totaling 26,059.17 linear meters. DPWH Region 7, under the leadership of Regional Director Ernesto S. Gregorio Jr. and Assistant Regional Director Danilo J. Villa Jr., consists of 16 implementing offices, including the Regional Office in Cebu City, and 15 district engineering offices, 1 regional office in South Road Properties, 3 in Bohol, 8 in Cebu, 3 in Negros Oriental, and 1 in Siquijor. It collaborates with 15 district engineers and 8 division chiefs. This dedicated team, with roughly 4,728 employees, are dedicated to providing high-quality infrastructure that addresses the needs of the Filipinos.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And to better understand our project, we also prepared a brief presentation of our the overall programs of the DPWH. Please. We have various categories, ma'am, on our project under our budget in 2021. and until 2024. So one category is the organizational outcome, ensure safe and reliable road network. So under this, we have asset preservation, network development, and bridge programs. Next slide, please. Under our asset preservation, we have the preventive maintenance, rehabilitation, upgrading of damaged paved roads, rehabilitation, reconstruction of roads with slips, slope collapse, and landslide, and construction, upgrading, rehabilitation of drainage along national roads. To better understand, preventive maintenance deals with asphalt overlays and all the road development we are doing here in the province. And the rehabilitation, construction, reconstruction are basically concreting. And slope protection work are under that road slip and slope protection and landslide to address the problems on slope landslides. We also have the construction upgrading of the drainage, which we are complementing our national roads. Under next slide, please. Then under our network development program, we have the road widening, construction of bypass road, construction of missing links on new roads, construction of flyovers, interchanges, underpasses, and long-span bridges, off-carriageway improvement, and paving of unpaved roads. If you are wondering what are the projects under off-carriage improvement, these are our projects on the shoulders along the national roads. Next slide, please. Under our bridge program, we have the replacement of bridges. These are the temporary bridges replacement to a permanent structure, replacement of permanent weak bridges. Basically, these are construction of new bridges. Rehabilitation, major repair of permanent bridges. We are restoration of actual integrity of the national bridges. Widening of permanent bridges. This involves construction of additional lanes along the national existing national bridges. Construction of new bridges. It basically help expand our road network by providing new bridges, and retrofitting, strengthening of permanent bridges. Here in Cebu, ma'am, we have the Bridge 1 and 2, the Marcelo Fernan, and that are right now undergoing retrofitting because these were already constructed way back. Next slide, please. And we also have another category, the organizational outcome 2. It protects lives and properties against major floods. Under this is our major flood management program. Under this, we are doing construction and rehabilitation of flood mitigation facilities within major rivers, river basins, and principal rivers. We also have, we are undergoing also construction and maintenance of existing structures for flood mitigations and drainage systems. Next slide, please. We also have our convergence and support program. We have the tourism road infrastructure program. These projects are identified with the Department of Tourism. So this is a TRIP project. Also, we have a DTI identified project, the Road Leveraging Linkages for Industry and Trade Infrastructure Program, or we call it ROLIT. Also, we have the Kalsada Tungo sa Paliparan Riles at Daungan Program, or Katuparan. These are actually, ma'am, DOTR projects. We are supporting DOTR. We are the infra arm of their projects, building airport, bike lanes, and the likes. And last, we have the Tatag na Infrastruktura para sa Kapayapaan at Seguridad Program, or the TICAS. These are mainly our support projects to the armed services, the PNP, the Army, and the PAF. Next slide, please. We also have, ma'am, the construction, rehabilitation of water supply, septates, and sewerage and rainwater collectors. Also, we have the special road fund, motor vehicle users charge. These are mainly for safety projects, road safety projects, and the sustainable infrastructure projects, alleviating gaps, or we call it CPAC. These are mainly local program identified by the local representatives, the mayors, and some are the senators, ma'am. And also, lastly, we have the basic infrastructure program. These are also a local project. We also have, ma'am, the local program under the project category. We also provide infra support to the National Building Program. So these are basically hospitals, government agency buildings that we extend also budget for the construction and rehabilitation, basically. These slides, ma'am, I will not go into details. These are actually our program allocations within the 15 district offices. Actually, ma'am, we have in Bohol, in Cebu, in Negros Oriental, and Siquijor, a total of 15 district engineering offices manned by our very able and competent district engineers and assistant district engineers and their technical staff. I will not really go into all the details. I will just mention on the last column, from 2002 to 2004, we have provided a total number of projects of 1,037 projects amounting to almost 45 billion. Next slide, please.
That's for the entire region.
That's for the entire region. That's for 001, ma'am. I mentioned earlier for the asset preservation, network development program, and bridge program. Yes, ma'am. Under the 002 or the road network, still the network development program, we provided from 2002 to 2004 a total of 461 projects amounting to 33 billion. And next slide, please. On the convergence program, ma'am, we also been providing help to the tourism, the DOTR, the DOTR. Under the DOTR projects, under the tourism project, I'm sorry, we provided 251 projects amounting to close to 6 billion pesos. Next slide, please. Under the DTI projects, ma'am, in all regions, district engineering offices, we also provided 110 projects amounting to 2.3 billion from 2002 to 2004. Next slide, please. And yung kalsada, construction and improvement of access road leading to airports under DOTR, we also provided, as identified by DOTR, we provided 32 projects amounting to 688 million. Next slide, please. Under the TICAS program, the Tatag Infrastructure para sa Kapayapaan at Seguridad program, we have constructed or will be providing under the 2024 program 21 projects identified amounting to 647 million. For the CPAG or the project alleviating gaps, we have 500. We have completed from 2002 to 2003, and for 2024, a total of 540 projects amounting to 30 billion. Next slide, please. For the local projects or the BIP, the Basic Infrastructure Program, marami po ito na identified sa local, under the local government. We have 2,100 projects from 2002 and identified under the 2004 budget, amounting to 24 billion. Next slide. Under the Special Road Fund Motor Vehicle User Charge, we have in various district offices provided 100 projects amounting to 5.3 billion. Yes, ma'am. And for water supply, septage and sewerage, rainwater collectors, identified din po ito previously from 2002 to more or less support po yung water program natin. We have a total of 247 projects amounting to close to 2 billion. And also under the local program, we have 96 total of 96 projects amounting to 2.7 billion. On the overall, ma'am, from 2002 to 2004, our General Appropriations Act provided under the Regional Office 7, we have a total of 4,959 projects amounting to close to 152 billion from 2002 to 2004. That's the end of presentation.
So nakita ninyo mga higala, nung upay-upay ang ipakita ni Director Gregorio sa mga list of projects that DPWH is currently working on. That's why grabe ka busy ang DPWH. But what I would like to know, because we want to relate, no, unsa ni mga high impact infra projects that DPWH is currently working on this year, can you give us a list of projects lang para ma-visualize na ito nga kani mga high impact projects nga i-focus sa DPWH for 2024.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Actually, we also have a presentation on our overall projects, ma'am, including also the high impact projects
Yes,
we are
okay,
undertaking.
go ahead, Director.
So we have under our regular program accomplishments, we are currently have a total of 3,352 number of projects broken down into 911 roads, 919 bridges, 451 flood control systems, and 1,074 other projects.
When you talk about 1,074 other projects, can you cite what other projects
po, ma'am,
are?
if we go over
Yes.
the next slide, these are actually consisting of the convergence projects. Okay. So under our road accomplishment, we have accomplished 2,376 kilometers of a total road length, 2,371 paved road, 4.808 unpaved road, 914 asphalt road, 1,457 concrete road, and 4.8 gravel road. In various areas po. We have for infra support program, we have a total of 92 FMR projects completed, covering 54, almost 55 kilometers of farm to market roads. Yes, ma'am. These are the completed, those are the completed FMR, and under our bridge accomplishments, we have a total of 2,376 linear meter of bridge length constructed. 103 of these are steel bridges and 480 are concrete bridges. Visible naman po yan all throughout the regions. 11 bridge under this as of March 2024, We completed po a total of 11 bridge projects and retrofitted 36 bridges. Under our basic education facilities program, we have completed 52 classrooms. We repaired 453 classrooms. And that's for batch 1 only, ma'am. And for batch 2, we have repaired about 15 classrooms. These school building programs are really identified by the Department of Education, ma'am. So we are just the infra arm to construct it. These are some.
It's the DepEd's funding or budget.
DepEd budget, but launched into us now.
Yeah, okay.
For your initial questions, ma'am, for the high impact projects, we have the shown here the Panglao Tagbilaran Offshore Bridge Connector. Actually, we have completed the ramp and some approaches on this, but the remaining portion is the main bridge. It will be under negotiation by our Unified Project Management Office, because this will be a foreign funding project, foreign funded projects, ma'am. So we are
Do you
now.
have a timeline when this will be completed, or we will depend on the funds?
Yes, ma'am. It will really depend on the negotiation and the coming of the funds for this one. I believe we are negotiating with the Asia Development Bank for this. These are really handled by the central office, ma'am. So we just provide local support for the approaches. Next slide, please. We have the Tagbilaran Cultural Hub, ma'am. We have just recently started this project. This is in Bohol. This is a really high impact project for the province. So yes, ma'am.
So construction will still commence.
Yes, we are now undergoing initial construction on the
How much is the budget of this?
the total allocation right now is on 140 million, ma'am.
Okay.
It will be the funds will be coming into tranches by tranches.
But do you have a timeline when this will be completed?
For the initial funding ma'am, we are concentrating on the foundation,
Okay.
the foundation and the site development.
Okay. So, but will this run for how many 5 years before it? Do you have a time? 3 years.
Ma'am, 3 years. Yeah.
So we expect by 25, 26, 2027, we have another infrastructure in the region, and Bohol will be the highlight.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So maganda po ito. Yes, ma'am. And next slide, please. We have right now on an ongoing Sikihor Airport in collaboration, of course, with DOTR. We have just recently I've inspected this last week. So maganda na po yung runway. So meron na din pong terminal on that area, that right side. So posible po na in the future, a bigger airplane can land on this.
Actually, may info send kami sa Sikihor, and yung ICM namin pumunta sa Cebu. When she went back to Sikihor, she told us, parang nagsakay siya sa barko, and she was telling us, para akong stranger papunta sa aking hometown, because mga pasahero niya, more than 80% are foreigners.
Yes.
So with this Sikihor Airport, we expect the
Yes, ma'am.
influx of
Yes, ma'am.
foreign arrivals, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Foreign tourist arrivals. So this is very good.
Yes, this is really a high impact project
yes.
by the DOTR, ma'am.
Yes.
So this is really good. Talagang majority of
We're excited to hear, no?
tourist
To
area
learn.
po talaga siya.
Ah.
Next slide, please. We have also the Asturias Danao Liloan Bypass Road, ma'am. Hindi pa po ito nadadaanan. Meron pa mga missing link on this. This project is initiated by Kong Duke Frasco, ma'am. So, tuloy-tuloy po ang program nito, ang budget nito, para po magkaroon ng bypass road.
How many kilometers will that stretch be?
I believe 36.
36 kilometers. Wow.
So, paikot po yan, ma'am. So,
So that could
alleviate yung
also
traffic,
ease
ano.
the traffic congestion.
Yes, ma'am.
the
It
north. Yeah.
will really alleviate or
Yes.
decongest the existing national road network.
Pero may ano tayo budget nito? How much?
Right now, we have a present budget of
By tranches
for
kasi ito, no?
2024.
Pero
Sorry,
by
ma'am,
tranches, by tranches ito niya.
We have 250 million allocated for 2024.
Okay, so pero this is expected to be completed yung timeline ng ano, how many years?
Within 2024, ma'am.
Okay, within the
Yung,
year.
that segment for that particular budget. Ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
So by tranches pa rin yung budget.
Yes, ma'am, by tranches, hindi naman po nabibigyan ng
Yes,
buhay.
yeah.
So that's our challenges po.
When do we expect this to be completed? May timeline ka? 3
The
years?
budget for 2024, we are expecting it
Oh.
to be completed about
Particular that, yes.
at-
Pero lahat-lahat na yung 36 kilometers.
yes, ma'am. Possible na until 2025, ma'am, kasi
Okay.
we
After 2025.
only bid out the projects recently.
Okay.
Next slide, please. So we have this Metro Cebu Expressway project. We started constructing a portion of this road from Naga City to Danao. But a recent development, Honorable Governor Gwen Garcia is looking into undertaking this Metro Cebu Expressway through PPP program.
Capital na ang
Yes po, capital na po. They are very capable of doing this through PPP.
Okay.
And our management has, and even NEDA has already given approval for the provincial government to undertake this project. Yes, ma'am. But we are only completing the budget provided to us recently to enable to complete the project.
Itong Metro Cebu Expressway, I think this spans over 50
Yes, ma'am.
kilometers of road, 56 kilometers. And
Yes,
this
ma'am.
will be the remedy of the traffic congestion.
Yes, it
It
will alleviate
Little
the
Cebu,
Cebu.
Yeah, Naga to Danao.
Yeah. Next slide, please. So, and going into our personal complement, we are just showing here that we have been providing job order services to 3,532 employees. So these are the JOs, ma'am.
Ito sa
All over.
lahat
All
na
over.
engineering officers yung 15 at ito sa regional
Yes,
office.
ma'am. 987 permanent and coterminous with the incumbent 67 and 142 under the Build Better program. For the status of Region 7, next slide, please. Okay, please go back. So they just our group wants to present this status report for March, as of March, ma'am. Under out of the 16 regional offices, our regional office as of March was the number one in infrastructure program.
Number 1 yung DPWH Region 7 among all the regions in the country.
Yes, ma'am.
Ano yung recognition?
Yes, ma'am. No, these are really a collective effort by our district
So,
officers.
performance-wise,
Officers.
Region 7 DPWH is number 1 among all regions,
March.
16 regions in the country as of March.
Yes.
So I think you deserve a round of applause.
Thank you very much. Medyo, as of April, medyo naging number 2 kami because we just
So it's
started,
monthly.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's really a challenge on your part to really retain that March ranking na number
Yes, ma'am.
one.
I'm just being honest that as of April, we rank number 2.
So, Mayo,
but we are still
this
giving
week-
the same enthusiasm and
Of course,
Yeah.
we're in public service, so we have to
Yes,
with
ma'am.
a lot of, enthusiasm when we do our work.
yes, ma'am.
So
So that ends my presentation, ma'am.
congratulations to
Thank
DPWH
you, ma'am.
Region 7.
Thank you, ma'am.
Also joining us are friends from the media. We have here CCTN, Gian Navarro, and of course Jessica of PTV4. But before we open the floor to your questions, we just like to acknowledge some officials from DPWH who are here joining us today. And joining us, we have here the Chief of the Planning and Design Division, Mr. Nonato Pailado. Full force ang DPWH officials who are here. Also the Chief of the Maintenance Division, Mr. Faustino de la Cruz Jr. And importante ito ha, ang hepe sa Finance Division, si Miss Aquila Mangis, Mr. Aquila Mangis, my buntag sir. O ang chief sa Right of Way and Legal Division, lisod di siya, nga division, si Attorney Brando Ray Raya. O ang atong hepe sa Administrative Division, si Attorney Ayaon Mangis. Ang Supervising Administrative Officer, si Mr. Elfin Bangkil. Ang Officer in Charge, Assistant Chief sa Construction Division, Miss Joan Pitogo. Hi, ma'am. And lastly, of course, ang nagtabang ka na mo gahapon when we check everything sa venue o technical, ang atong Regional Information Officer sa DPWH Region 7, si Ms. Greya Joyces Versales.
Actually, ma'am, if I may, Assistant Regional Director Danilo Villa is on official trip right now, but he's watching us.
Okay, hi,
Watching us.
ARD.
RD Danny Villa.
Okay, so now we'd like to open the floor for questions,
Yes, ma'am.
clarifications from our media friends. Unahon ako si Gian Navarro because siya nagkuyog siya na mo pa doon din. Gian, go ahead from CCTN.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Sir June. This is Gian Navarro from CCTN Channel 47. Aside sa Cebu provincial government, how's our coordination up together with other LGUs like sa Bohol and Siquijor? And I guess sa pilang negosyo natin, especially nga doon na pa yung mga dagko nga mga projects nga gipatuman sa isika probinsya nga gipatuman ron sa DPWH.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Really an important question on our participation, basically in providing help to the local government. Actually, we are in close coordination with the province of Cebu. Honorable Governor Gwen is always in contact with us for her development projects. And also the local representatives, we have 18 representatives from various provinces. We are actually in good coordination with them for their infra projects, and also with the mayors, the municipal mayors in the province. We have also been fortunate enough to be in close coordination and in good coordination with them. We do not have really we encountered some challenges, but we address it immediately. Those issues that given to us. So,
Does that answer your question, Gian? Or napakayo ubang yung follow-up?
Follow-up lang, especially kato mga dagko nga mga projects like the Siquijor Airport, and then katong katong kalsada or the bridge nga magsumpay between the mainland Bohol and the Panglao Island sa probinsya sa Bohol. From time to time ba ang inyong coordination with the LGU sa mga naiskuta mga probinsya, especially nga dunay mga considerations in construction, ilabi na nga giligian nga nga di matandog ang mga di angayang nga matandog during the construction. Thank you.
Yes, sir. As we have presented earlier, Siquijor Airport, we have been in close coordination with Governor Jake Villa and also Congressman the Tatay, Congressman Villa on the development of the airport and all other projects in Siquijor. So we do not have we have no recollection of any problems that we encountered with the local chief executive in the area. And for the Panglao Bohol as bridge project, as we mentioned earlier, we are still awaiting the negotiation of our central office, Unified Project Management Office with foreign lending agency to provide the main bridge part for the Panglao Tagbilaran bridge. And as you mentioned also the hub, the provincial hub, actually it was being initiated by the local province, the province and the local chief executive in the areas. So this is a really provincial government project. Yes.
I think it's also very basic, no, SOP from the DPWH side, that any projects undertaken in any particular area, you immediately coordinate with
Yes, ma'am.
local
Yes, ma'am.
government.
It's very important po.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
true.
because even
There should be harmony when we implement a project in a particular area.
yes, ma'am.
That's what DPWH is doing. That's why they're number 1 in March, number 2 in April,
Yes, ma'am. Thank
in
you.
May, number 1 na naman.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so also joining us is the construction chief, si Mr. Francis Antonio Flores. Line buntag, sir.
Thank you,
Okay.
Francis.
Okay, now we accommodate the questions from PTV4, Mr. Jesse.
Hello, yan. Hello, sir. RD, good morning. Ma'am Payat, good
Morning.
morning. Jesse po from PTV Cebu. I think we've mentioned yung mga projects kanina, no? Let's talk about dito dun sana mentioned din niyo po earlier yung about the flood management program. So it's very timely since parang pinaghahandaan na ng mga LGUs, even the national government, yung paparating na La Nina. Ano na po ba yung mga preparations po ba natin na ginagawa sa ngayon, RT? Let's just say for Region 7, or meron ba tayong mga areas na mas tinututukan yung mga preparations po for the upcoming tagulan?
Yes, yes, sir. Actually, overall, in all district offices, we are already prepared. In particular, in Cebu City, we are a member of the Task Force Baha. So we are in constant coordination with Mayor Rama and right now with Mayor Raymond. Actually, we had a meeting with Mayor Raymond last week here in the office, and he still we will be continuing our project flood control programs in the city to alleviate the flooding problems in the city, and not only in the city, in Mandaue. Also, we have been addressing the previous problems encountered in the Santo Niño area, the Mahiga Creek. So we are in constant coordination with the City of Mandaue to address, and also with Congresswoman Lollipop Juana Dizon. We are actually identifying various flood control programs in the city of Mandaue, and also in Lapu-Lapu, we are in constant coordination with Mayor Ahong at Chan on their projects for flood control.
Definitely, DPWH is already preparing.
Yes,
For
ma'am.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, may standing instruction po sa amin ang management to really be prepared on the upcoming La Nina. Sana naman wag yung katulad ng Odette ang tumama sa atin. Pero we are prepared, and to add on to our preparation, we have been providing assistance to the local government. We provide dredging equipment, amphibious excavators along the rivers in Cebu, in Mandaue area. We are providing all our necessary equipment to them.
Follow up?
RD. Pwede ma-specify, aside po sa pagpapahiram ng mga dredging equipments, ano pa po yung, let's just say, specific na mga activities na ginagawa po natin in preparation po for La Nina?
Basically, sir, meron po kasing under the NDRMC, okay, so, sir, meron po mga specific programs na dapat i-address ng each agent ng region and each district offices to address the flooding flood mitigation program basically. So marami po yan. Doon sa creek, nag-conduct na kami ng dredging work along the major rivers here in Cebu and and also our flood control program. We provide po yung necessary flood control revetment, yung mga structures along the river banks. We did an ongoing project po namin yon sa city, the 3 cities in Cebu, Lapu-Lapu, and Mandaue. These projects then, if I may say na these are the local representative, Congressman Rama, Congressman Delmar, Congressman Chan, Congressman Uano, Congresswoman Lollipop Uano, and si Congresswoman Daphne are really addressing the flood control problems in the city.
Kasi dito sa Cebu, 2 perennial woes are
Yes.
traffic congestion and flooding.
Yes, ma'am. On the traffic congestion, we are coordinating with the city government for the road widening, some improvement of the roads to alleviate the traffic, ma'am.
Jessie, pangutana.
Yeah, for clarification lang po dun sa Siquijor Airport,
Yes,
RD. Existing na po siya dati, correct po?
Meron siyang existing dati na maliit.
Na airport.
Maliit. So the DOTR is expanding the total length of the runway. And also right now mayroong bagong constructed na airport terminal doon sa Siquijor. So maganda yung development ng airport ng DOTR sa Siquijor.
May figures po ba tayo, RD, kung gaano kalaki yung expansion na ginawa doon sa
So
Siquijor?
nasa 1.5 dati, nasa 800 linear meters lang. So right now nasa 1.5 kilometers na yung na-extend from 800 to 1.5 kilometers. So nag-extend na 700 linear meters. So more or less kulang pa daw. Hindi ko kabisado kung anong aircraft, ma'am.
Okay, I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah, they are preparing basically an expansion also, a wider expansion of the airport. But on the farther end kasi, paano na siya, shoreline eh. So probably may reclamation din on to extend it to about 2.5 kilometers para basically makapag-land yung mga
Yung malaki-laki.
yung malaki, parang sa Boracay ba?
Yeah. Yes.
So, kasi tourist area yung Siquijor.
Mga kailan matatapos yung expansion talaga, RD?
Yung project namin na ongoing, actually by August or October, I believe August, tama po ako. August po, matatapos yun. Opo.
So at least it's a good news for Siquijor.
Yes, good news po.
Maraming mga puti pumupunta ng Siquijor.
Yes, I was there last Friday. I inspected the project, so maganda po. Actually, yung small aircraft lang naglaland, pero sunod-sunod. So, ang ganda ng...
Next best destination in Region 7, Siquijor.
Yes, Before.
Virgin
Actually,
Islands.
Bohol also and the Negros Oriental
Yes.
area.
Actually, yung Region 7 naman, regional tourism
Yes, ma'am.
destination.
Yes, ma'am. And we, as I mentioned, really, I would like to acknowledge our district offices. Maganda po yung performance nila.
Like number 1 kayo.
Opo.
Oh,
Opo.
without the support of the district.
And also our division chief, of
Of
course.
course, lahat ng mga kawani sa DPWH should be lauded because lahat ng contribution ninyo amounts to you as number 1 performance or performer
Thank
across the country.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, Jessie, napailain pangutana?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yan, okay na ka?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so I'm just curious, no, with all the projects that you have, high impact and other activities that DPWH is focusing, it's it's hands into yung actions. So, what are the challenges facing the agency when you exercise your mandate?
Actually, number 1 challenge na sa amin po is yung providing enough budget for all the infrastructure needs ng province, ma'am. So,
By tranches, that's why.
yes, ma'am. If you may have noticed, medyo nagkakaroon po kami ng problema in addressing the maintenance of the road networks here in the province. Actually, that is one challenge that we have facing right now. We are given a bigger amount of budget for maintenance.
Aside from funding, what other challenges na inyong nakita in order that you can successfully implement or undertake a project? Medyo naka-obstacle, naka-hinder,
Basically, ma'am, what the real problem that we are facing is the acceptance of the motorists on our ongoing road projects. Because very limited po yung area ng mga ginagawa namin. So nagkaka-traffic. So we see to it naman na pinupukpok namin yung mga contractor to facilitate the immediate construction and completion of project. Pero yun po yung mga challenges namin doon sa mga local government.
Other questions from the floor, or there are other added information that any of the officials from DPWH want to report or expound sa mga high impact projects?
Siguro before that, ma'am, I would like also to acknowledge Engineer Jerry Evangelio, our division chief po ng Equipment Maintenance Division namin.
May buntag.
He is the one providing po yung tulong sa mga facilitation sa mga drainage machineries natin na kailangan sa...
Pero we do have adequate drainage equipment sa gabi na laninya, expecta. I hope dili kayo daghan kay LGUs manghangyo na sa DPWH to help us dredge its rivers, its mga kuanda para
Yes,
dili
ma'am.
mag
Yes, we do it. We have naman, ma'am, and na-schedule naman po namin.
okay.
Not only in the city, ma'am, we provide equipment help to other areas like in Balamban, may mga project, mga...
And also, I just want to inform everyone that last Friday we went to Moalboal and we saw the first senior citizens community care center, and that was built by DPWH.
Yes.
But of course, ang funding dili sa ilaha, but ang establishment, ang structure, it was courtesy of the
Yes, ma'am.
DPWH. So that's what you do. Bisan dili funding ang inyo but you implement the project, ang construction sa tanan.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we'd like to commend you on that.
Thank you, ma'am.
We hope that other LGUs will also follow suit, nga magkuan aning community care center for senior citizens. So
Yeah, we have completed 14.
14.
Yeah, 14 different areas
Unsa man siya kanang center?
and senior citizen center.
Because the Moalboal, I believe, is the first in the country.
Di po, in all regions we are doing the PWD and senior citizen buildings initiated by the Congress.
Pero dinhi sa kanang 14 mo na Region 7 na siya,
Yes,
Na
ma'am.
inyong nakuan.
Yes.
That's very, very nice. We went there. We hope that other LGUs will follow suit. Kay of course, no, naghana kayo ng aging population. And that's, we commend the PWH because dili lang center for senior citizens, but you also build classrooms for, you know.
Yes, ma'am. As we presented earlier, we
Yes.
are in close coordination with the DepEd and also the CHED. Right now, under the 2024 budget, we will be doing some state university colleges.
Siya, construction or repair?
Construction po.
Construction
Po.
here in the region.
In the region.
Okay to mga higala ang atuang pagpaminaw gingaman pagtan-aw sa kining kapihan sa bagong Pilipinas, no, ang launching niini atong adlong Martes mga higala, and atong gi-replay karong adlaw mga higala since wa man na dayon ang ato usab nga kapihan ni atong Wednesday, no, with DOH 7. So if you miss out on the airing niini mga higala, pwede gyapon ninyo ma-review ang ato usab nga kining programa karong buntag human lamang niining live mga higala kay wala na biling oras manamilit na ta mga higala kay ato itagling atong CBS sa luha ka sesyon sa DZRB Radyo Pilipinas Manila alang usab sa atong mga network programs. Kini lamang si Carmel, Matus, Pedroza mga higala, maayong buntag ug ingon man Ma'am BBP Amonte, maayong buntag diha kanimo. Daghang salamat ug happy weekend.
Pakinggan, panoorin, agaran in real time, o balikan sa pag-scroll up and down. Mga balitang dapat malaman, impormasyong tunay at napakikinabangan. Saan ka man, sa buong kapuluan. Bangon sa bagong sigla. Kababayan, kasama ang social media. Powered broadcaster ng bagong mamamayan. Tapat sa pag-uulat. Ito po ang Presidential Broadcast Service sa Metro Cebu. Radyo Pilipinas, 576 AM. Serving the Republic of the Philippines for more than 75 years. Ito po ang Presidential Broadcast Service.